Good afternoon, Lamesa High School. Mr. Jarbeck, again, lucky you guys, 2 days in a row, you get to watch a video with me telling you about things for the high school. Hopefully this video will be very informative and helpful to you. I've been getting a lot of questions about what is new at LHS this year. First of all, obviously, I've got blueprints all here behind me. There are a lot of physical changes happening to our building. Those aren't all going to be happening right away. Some of those happen throughout this year. And honestly, for the next couple of years, even when we finish the CTE building, we will be continuing the construction. But that's very exciting, and I know we will have a beautiful brand new parking lot within a few weeks of the start of school. Our science hall has been remodeled and redone. Also will be available early in the school year. But please pardon the dust as you come to school, because there is going to be a lot of construction going around our building. But I think more than that, people want to know about what's happening with school itself. First of all, the school day is staying exactly the same. We are not changing the hours for school at all. We're still starting I&E at 8:05 in the morning, and then classes begin at 8:40. School will go until 4:10 and dismiss at 4:10 as usual. We've done all we can to keep things as normal as possible this year. I mentioned already that our normal student parking lot is closed due to the construction. Seniors, I have good news. The church next door has again opened their parking lot to our use. We need to be very nice guests while we're there, and please drive slowly and carefully, but we can have seniors with a valid LHS parking permit park in the church lot just to the west of the building out in front of the cafeteria. Now, with our normal student lot being finished and actually we've got the tar being laid down and the cement, which will be ready soon. Until it is ready, we are a little bit short of parking spaces. There is an east side parking lot on the other side of the football stadium over by the tennis courts that holds a good number of cars. Feel free to park there, and then you will be able to walk up by the old cafeteria. We will have that door open in the morning, so you can walk up that ramp into school if you choose to park over there. There will also be street parking. However, I must caution you students, do not park out on 14th Street, which is the main street in front of Lamesa High School. Out by the flagpoles, that whole curb is reserved for parents, staff, construction, essential visitors to LHS. There can be no student parking out front. And also along the auditorium, next to the cafeteria, that whole curb along the auditorium is off limits for students. So we will have to utilize street parking for sure, at least until our new parking lot is finished out in front of the CTE building. Students, if you're going to park at school, you must have a LHS parking pass displayed in the windshield of your car. You can get those from Miss Barrera in the office. You will need to know your license plate number, and you'll need to bring proof of insurance and your driver's license to get those parking passes. All right, I know there are a lot of safety adjustments being made at schools all across America, and LHS will be no different. Parents, we will have a daily screener in Skyward through the parent portal that we need you to fill out each morning. It's quick, it's easy, but we just need you to confirm, go through the checklist of symptoms and answer the questions on the screener each day in Skyward. Also, hand cleaning has been proven to be one of the most effective ways to help keep us all healthy. So at a minimum, students, we do expect you to either wash or sanitize your hands when you enter school. We will have sanitizer available at the entrance when you come in, and again before you eat lunch. Hopefully you're cleaning your hands more often than that through the day, but at a minimum, those 2 times are critical to maintain good health. Masks will be expected during passing periods and in classes anytime social distancing is not possible. It's in alignment with the governor's order, and we are trying to keep us all as healthy as we can. And so do bring a mask of your own. If you do not have an appropriate mask to wear at school, we can provide you a free washable, reusable mask. It's nothing fancy. but we will provide that to you that you can keep, wash, and rewear. However, we cannot provide these every day, so please plan on providing your own masks. I think the news is out. LHS will have closed lunch this year, and I know that that's going to be a big change from what we've had with open campus lunch, but I think it's obvious the importance of it for everyone's health. Students, we do ask that you'll wear your masks in line until you are seated. It's very similar to what you would do at a restaurant. Simply wear your mask while you're getting your food, and then once you sit down, of course, you can take off your mask to eat, and you need to. We do have seating spaced out. The lines will be spaced, so we will have distancing practice throughout our cafeteria. We will be using both the main cafeteria level and the upper loft area to spread our students out more appropriately during lunch this year. And as always, free breakfast and lunch are still available and provided to every single LHS student. No forms to fill out, no questionnaires to answer. Simply eat every day if you choose. We do need parents. We need you to understand that for everybody's protection, we cannot have anything delivered to school for students. This would include left lunches, clothes, laptops, phones, chargers, school supplies, backpacks. If they leave those items home, we're sorry, but you cannot bring those up to the office. We cannot accept any deliveries for students. So it's going to be really important this year. Parents, help your student develop great habits where they are bringing everything they need with them every day. Maybe a checklist or some way so that they can be sure that they have all the items they need, as you will not be able to bring them up to them. Of course, we'll make exceptions for something that's medically necessary. If they forget medication or an inhaler, we will treat that differently. And we do have safety protocols in place in those situations, but those are the only type of exception that we can make to this. Also, for student health, our water fountains have been turned off and are covered up this year. So we do invite students to please bring a closing water bottle, something with a lid that can close. We cannot have Sonic cups, styrofoam, paper, cardboard type cups that are easy to spill in class. Every student is going to have a roughly $1,000 MacBook that they will be using in school this year. Obviously, we cannot have drinks that are easily spilled that would destroy those laptops. And so we are asking you to please have something that can close with like a screw top lid or flip top lid, and something that's solid and will be able to hold up to the rigors of daily school life. Also, with the laptops that everybody is getting, we are asking each student to please bring a wired pair of headphones. They can be earbuds over the ear. The style of headphone really is up to you, but they must be wired. The Bluetooth is disabled on the student machines, so it is important to have a wired pair of headphones. In the past, we've had some community headphones that we allowed students to borrow and share. Again, we will not be doing that this year. An exciting thing and some good news. We are going to allow students to keep their laptops after graduation. A couple little bit more specific on that. If any student is eligible for this, because any student can have 98% attendance, and that starts this fall. So regardless of what your attendance has been in the past, if you can maintain 98% attendance while you are at Lamesa High School, when you graduate, you get to keep your MacBook and take it with you wherever you go. It will be yours forever at that point. Also, you can earn that laptop by passing your TSI test, which is a college readiness exam, or if you show college readiness on an ACT or SAT test with an appropriate score, that will earn you the laptop, or successfully completing any dual credit courses, or in CTE, if you earn a CTE certificate as kind of the end of your program. If you get a certification through CTE, you can also keep that laptop to be yours. All right, those are really the biggest changes. The one final change is these remind messages that I'm sure you get tired of getting sometimes are going to be more important than ever this year. We need all parents and students to be getting the remind messages. You should be getting those automatically through Skyward. However, if you have an additional phone that you would like to get that at, or if there's an additional number or technology device that you want to add remind to, you can do that. If you are not getting reminds everywhere you want to, you can either download the Remind app and then search out Lamesa High School and add our school that way, or you can join manually. You simply, in the to line where you would normally put the phone number or the name of the person, you simply type in 81010, 81010. Type that in as who you're sending the message to, and in the body of the message, there's a code. It's @ 8K9BD6. I have also included this in the handout that I sent with this remind, but again, the message portion is @ 8K9BD6. When you send that text message, you will then be added to the Lamesa High School group. And it will ask you if you're a parent or student, and there may be one or two things you have to answer, but then you will have joined all of your students' classes and all of the remind messages from Lamesa High School. If you download the app, you have a little more customizability at your fingertips, whereas doing the manual adding through the text message is just a universal add. It is very important that we have all students please accept their Google Classroom invites from the teachers. They will be using this at the open house tonight, so be sure that they've accepted those invites that they got. Also, parents, you will want to go in and sign up for Skyward Gradebook access. This is how you can access attendance, grades, tardies, all of these things. You can get notifications when students have missing work, whenever they're tardy or are absent. If you want to be monitoring those things, you can get that literally every time that something like that happens. You have pretty great control over how often you get those messages and what you would get those messages for. Skyward will be our official place that we take and keep grades this year. So having that gradebook access is a real advantage to every parent. In addition, you may want to sign up for Google Gradebook for the Google Classroom. Their gradebook has parent access as well. This is not our formal gradebook, but many of our online students and our online activities are being tracked through this. It does only, however, send out a weekly update, but if you would like to get a weekly update from that Google Gradebook, you can do that. But I do highly recommend signing up for Gradebook access in Skyward, as that will be our official gradebook for the school year. All right, I hope this answers at least a few of your questions. Catch me at Open House tonight in my principal's meet and greet. That link is posted on the Back to School webpage, or it was also in the handout from last night's remind message that I sent. So we'll hope to see all of you at Open House tonight at 6, and freshmen, don't miss Fish Camp at 5 o'clock. Have a great day.